Good morning and welcome to WNC Outdoors. Join us for a fun-filled 15 minutes as Sarah Merrill will provide you with exciting information on a variety of outdoor topics and activities. And now, here's your host, Marketing Manager from Diamond Brand, Sarah Merrill.
Hi, I'm here with the topic for today, which is stand-up paddleboarding, which has become a popular new sport. I'm here with Anna Levesque from Girls at Play. Anna is an expert paddler, and she also instructs kayaking and stand-up paddleboarding, and she even teaches yoga as well. So some of you might be wondering what exactly stand-up paddleboarding is, and this is a very cool new sport, and it has its history in surfing. And basically what it is you have a board that's similar to a surfboard, and instead of standing sideways on it, you basically face forward and paddle it like a kayak. And you might be wondering, why not just paddle a kayak, because you can sit down and paddle. But the great thing about stand-up paddleboarding is it's a great workout. It works your core, your upper body, and it's even a good cardiovascular workout. It's recently been popular in Western North Carolina, but it originated in Hawaii, where surf instructors would stand up on their surfboards as a way to manage their larger group of students. It gave them a higher viewpoint to watch them. And then renowned surfers reintroduced the sport and eventually came to the mainland and to WNC. So today, stand-up paddleboarding is not only popular in the ocean, but it's also growing in popularity in rivers and lakes. Western North Carolina offers a bunch of great places to do stand-up paddleboarding. A few places are the French Broad River, which has become a popular place to stand-up paddleboard. There's Lake Julian in Arden, and Lake Lure is another great place. And Anna, do you have any favorite places to stand-up paddleboard?
I do. I really like the French Broad, especially the Biltmore section of the French Broad, because I like meandering rivers, probably because of my background in whitewater kayaking. I like the little bit of current that it provides, but there's also some great flat pools. You know, it's really easy and accessible to anyone, even if you've never done anything on current. So it's a lot of fun. And then I also really like Lake Julian, actually. It's really pretty once you get out there, and I've taught some yoga, stand-up yoga classes and stand-up classes there, and it was great.
Lake Julian is a great place for stand-up paddleboarding, and Diamond Brand actually has stand-up paddle boards that you can demo at Lake Julian. You can just call our store and tell them you want to try one out, and we'll bring it to the lake for you, or you can pick it up from our store. Like I was saying, stand-up paddleboarding is a great full-body workout, and as Anna said, you can even do yoga on stand-up paddle boards to have an even better workout. And if you do decide that you want to try out stand-up paddleboarding and it is the sport for you, you can purchase a stand-up paddleboard from Diamond Brand as well as demoing it. We have a bunch of different brands. We have Liquid Logic, which has a Versa board. And the cool thing about this is if you're not quite sure about getting into stand-up paddleboarding, the Versa board acts as either a sit-on-top kayak or a stand-up paddleboard, and it'll keep you very stable on the water. It's kind of a great all-around board. We also have inflatable stand-up paddle boards, which are good for whitewater because they kind of bounce off the rocks. And we have the Surf Tech stand-up paddle boards, which look more like an original surfboard. As far as what to wear when stand-up paddle boarding, we recommend something like a swimsuit with board shorts over it, a quick dry top, and maybe some water sandals. We recommend Chaco sandals, and for those of you who maybe don't know what Chaco sandals are, they're a great water sandal that you can use for a variety of different outdoor activities. They're great for camping, any sports in the water, even just for hanging out, and they have straps that'll keep them secure on your feet for activities like paddling. Anna, do you have any recommendations for what you like to wear when paddleboarding?
I think everything you said is great. I would just add, make sure that you protect yourself from the sun, especially if you're doing it in the middle of the day. So a good pair of sunglasses, a hat to shade your face, sunscreen, and then, a rash guard or a long sleeve piece of quick dry material would be great additions to all the gear you just mentioned.
Anna made a good point about being safe by wearing sunscreen, hats, and sunglasses. And along that line, it's also important to wear a PFD when stand-up paddleboarding. A PFD is basically a life jacket, so that if you do happen to fall off the board into the water, you've got that life jacket to keep you afloat. Also, if you happen to be on white water when stand-up paddleboarding, you'll also want to wear a helmet to protect from any of the rocks. So we're going to do a little Q&A with Anna. Can you tell us a little bit about your organization and what you do?
Sure. I run a company called Girls at Play, and we teach kayaking clinics and lead kayaking trips and stand-up paddleboarding trips for women. And we do this because we have a passion for enhancing women's lives through kayaking, through stand-up, through yoga, and through travel. And what I've found in my experience is that when a group of women come together to learn something or to experience something in the outdoors, the environment is very supportive, it's very friendly, it's fun, and women end up really enjoying themselves and pushing themselves to learn something new and maybe do things that they didn't ever think they could do with that nice group support of other women. And so we're based in Asheville, and we run stand-up paddleboard clinics, teach stand-up paddleboard yoga, as well as whitewater kayaking clinics and recreational kayaking clinics as well.
Girls at Play is a wonderful organization, and Diamond Brand has been a partner with Girls at Play, and we've had them out at different events for quite some time, and we even had them at our recent Demo Day event doing a few clinics, so we definitely appreciate that organization. So can you tell us some reasons why you think stand-up paddleboarding has become so popular?
I think it's become so popular because it's really fun, and it's a great workout, as you've mentioned, and it's a way that you can experience surfing without having to go necessarily to the ocean or to Hawaii. You can experience a board sport right here in Western North Carolina, and it's very versatile. You can get out there. If you're just starting out, you can stay on your knees. You can even play around just on your stomach, paddling around with your hands at first to get yourself comfortable, then get to your knees, and then standing up, there's actually different types of stances you can play around with. And so it is a great core workout, and because you're standing, it's really working all of your big muscles, but also your small muscles for good posture. And so you're really getting a full body workout, which I think is really fun. And then when you get tired, you can just sit down on your board, especially if you're on the Biltmore section of the French Broad. You can paddle standing up, you get a little tired, you can sit down, you can stretch, which I really like. You can do some stretches. So it's a little bit more versatile than, let's say, kayaking. You have more things to play around with.
That sounds great. It sounds like a really fun sport, and I like the idea that you can sit down and paddle it if you do get tired, because that would have been one of my concerns with it.
Yeah.
So how hard is the yoga part of stand-up paddleboarding?
It is. The yoga part of stand-up paddleboarding is challenging, and it is, again, a great core workout because you have to balance while you're doing some of these poses. I think it's a combination of yoga and Pilates, I would say. And so it really works your core, really works your balance, and it's nice to be out on the water and be quiet and be focusing on your breathing. So it's a nice connection to nature as well.
Okay. Do you have any other tips or info that you would want to share about stand-up paddleboarding?
I would just want to reiterate the wearing of a life jacket is really important. And there are different types of life jackets. There are the regular life jackets, and they now also make inflatable life jackets that you wear around your waist as a waist belt, and so it doesn't seem as bulky for people who want to explore that option. But having a life jacket on on the river, on the lake is really important, and using it properly as well. And that's as far as safety goes. I think that on the stand-up boards, you also want to make sure that you watch out for wind, because you can be out on the board and you can get blown because you're standing up. You're a bit more of a sail, so to speak.
True.
And so you can get blown to the other side of the lake quickly. And so just be aware when you're out there, if you start getting tired and you notice that you're also getting, blown away, to turn back and start heading back. And if the wind seems too much, you just get on your knees. It's not always windy. But these are just some tips to look out for when you're out there. So yeah,
Those are some great tips. And how can people find out more about Girls at Play?
you can go to our website. It's www.watergirlsatplay.com, and Water Girls at Play is all one word. Visit us on our Facebook page at facebook.com/girlsatplay. You can also call our office at 828-333-4482.
Great. Well, hopefully some of the listeners will get in touch, especially some of the women out there, and maybe try out some stand-up paddle boarding and stand-up paddle boarding yoga. And that pretty much sums up our show for stand-up paddleboarding. Our topic for next week is going to be family camping. And this is such a great activity, and it happens to be a wonderful time of year for this. It's not too hot, not too cold. The bugs aren't getting bad yet. And so it's just a really good time to get outdoors. And if you have a family with children, especially small kids, some of you might be a little concerned about getting outdoors. So we'll be talking about some great products that'll help you have a comfortable and enjoyable camping trip with your family, so that your family will want to get back out there and do more camping. So I'll have a staff member from Diamond Brand on the show who's an expert in family camping, who will talk about some of the great products that we have, especially some of our family camping tents. We also have some really awesome events coming up at Diamond Brand that I'd like everyone to know about. We have a gear swap event / anniversary sale coming up on Saturday, June 23rd from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. And the great thing about this event is that if you have any used gear lying around that's just been sitting in your closet, this is a great opportunity to not only get rid of that gear, but to make some money off of it. Or if you want used gear at a good price, you can come out to our gear swap and find some great deals. In addition to that, we'll have some items from Diamond Brand that have been returned due to flaws, and we'll have those on sale for really great prices. And so we highly recommend that people come by and check this out for all the great deals at this event. Be sure to visit us online at Diamond Brand at www.diamondbrand.com, or you can come visit us in store at 2623 Hendersonville Road in Arden. And be sure to check out our great selection of outdoor products. And you can learn about our upcoming events and educational opportunities on our website.